Help support the companies that support our community. I started out with a piece of holly that was 10 inches long and just under 4 inches in diameter. Went ahead and got that all trued up. After I got it trued up, I used the calipers to measure the diameter. Then I marked that on the side and found center on this, and then started making a sphere. So this is going to be the cup for the scoop. So I'm just making a sphere, getting it as close as I can. After I got the scoop done, I started bringing down the diameter on the handle. After I got it shaped, I went ahead and put some beads on it with the beading tool. So I'm going to do a little bit of basket illusion on the handle on this. Thought it'd be a nice touch. Somebody asked me on the live last weekend if I have ever done any, and I don't think I've ever done any on a handle. So I figured I'd put a little bit on this. And if you didn't see already, I have a class coming up this Saturday for basket illusion, and I will put a link down below in the description to that. So I just made a few beads. You'll notice here, because it's thin and it was chattering a little bit, a couple of them had a little chip out in it, so I had to take those off. I had, I think, 3 of them that had a little chip in it. You can kind of hear when I'm using the beading tool, there's a little bit of vibration, and if we're doing basket illusion, you don't want any vibration, especially when you're using a beading tool on something small like that. You can't have chips on it, it won't look good. So I went ahead and took those off before I went ahead and brought the handle down a little bit more. After I got the beads done and the handle brought down, I used the wire burner to burn the lines in between the beads. And then I set up my wood burner and the platform, and then I used the indexing system on the lathe to burn the horizontal lines. To hollow this out, I'm going to use a waste block and hot glue. So this works really well. I just have this little waste block. I cupped it out a little bit and hot glued the part I wanted to keep on the inside of it. And then I used the #1 hollower to hollow it all out. After I got it hollowed out, I took it out of the chuck, put it in the microwave. So for this, it works great for hot glue. I did 10 seconds at a time for 30 seconds. I just kept going 10 seconds, I'd turn it off for a second. If you leave it for just straight 30 seconds, I think it's probably a little too much, so give it a little bit of time to calm down for a second, and it literally you can just pull it apart easily. It's not a chore at all. And then there's a little bit of residue from the hot glue on the scoop, and I just rub that with my hand, and it peels off pretty easy. There wasn't anything left on it when I was done. I just used the sanding pad in the Jacobs chuck to clean up those two little spots on the end, and then went ahead and started coloring it. So for the pattern, really it's kind of a small little piece, so doing a big pattern across it probably wouldn't look good. And Robin really likes the calico corn look, so I went ahead and did that. I just used red and black on this and then left some of them natural. So once I get the oil on it, the natural ones will darken up a little bit, but it gives it a nice pattern and cool little detail for the scoop. I just kept going around it and did just a random pattern. The scoop is about 8.5 inches long and a little under 3 inches in diameter. There it is, but it's a nice little detail. It was pretty easy to do. You probably heard the little bit of chatter in there, so if you're gonna do something, might set up a steady rest or go a little bit thicker so the beading tool works good. But I am just gonna put some Howards on this now and get some color on it. I'll put some pictures up here at the end too. As far as basket illusion goes, if you have any questions, I have a class. It starts at 11 tomorrow, Saturday, the 27th. So if you have any questions or want to get into it, I'm going to go right through just all the different tools you need to do it, and we'll talk about different types of wood to use and how to lay out patterns and all the little things like the wire burner and some tricks for going around corners and things like that too. So I will have a link down below in the description if you're interested. But this is a beautiful piece of holly. I got this a couple years ago when we were up at we did a demo up at Pratt up in Washington, and I got this from them. It's guys up there. Very cool. And it is just beautiful. Beautiful wood to turn. I really enjoy it. Just, I went ahead, when I colored them, I let it dry for a couple hours. It's, the pins, I'll have a link down below in the description for those, because they're special pins you want to use for doing basket illusion stuff. But really happy. Like that little bit of detail, and that really sets it apart from anything else. It's really cool. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe, and we'll see you next week. And if you're interested in basket illusion stuff, doing different things like that, I have the link down below in the description. All right, have a great weekend.